So the scene starts with Mad Dog torturing this dude, hung by chains, just being punched in the stomach, over and over and over and over. Rama sees this and steps in. And before this fight scene starts, I want to set this precedent that this is arguably one of the greatest fight scenes that exists. John Wick? Nope. The Furious? Recency bias. The Raid 2? Okay, you got me there. But given the context of this entire movie, its budget, and where it was made, very few other action scenes can contend with the caliber that this scene is at. And honestly, you don't hear people really talking about it much. And you'll see soon enough why they should. Right, so Rama sees Mad Dog torturing Andy and steps in. Look at these shots. These look very cool. No words said. Mad Dog turns around very slowly. Very coldly he does this. Watch how he turns. From bottom to top, he turns synchronously and slowly. He lets the chains loose so Rama can free him from the handcuffs. And Mad Dog just stares. Watches. Man, I really like this character. And this actor. You'd think from photos of him he's a silly old guy, but he can really put on an intimidating performance. So he parts the two of these guys like the Red Sea. They all get situated into a fighting stance, and then they start. Hold on. Just real quick. Rama walking in with this look on his face is all Mad Dog needed to know that they were going to fight him. Not only that, instead of taking his advantage and fighting Rama while Andy is chained up, he lets him out so they can both fight him 2-on-1 because he wants to challenge himself. What a character. Same thing whenever he put the gun down. Anybody was. At the beginning of the film, he got called a mad dog, a maniac of feet and fists that would tear the walls down for his boss. Also, with no words spoken the whole time and parting the two of them so he can get in the middle, man, this movie's good. So they get situated and... Whoa. Alright, what's happening here? So he blocked both their kicks and turned his dodge of Andy into a kick at Rama. If you watched my first video on the raid, you would know what Rama's doing right here. The windmill. Mad Dog parries Andy's punch and drives a punch in his liver. This should be common knowledge, like to everyone, but a blow to the liver genuinely shuts the body down. There's a science involving the parasympathetic nervous system and the vagus nerve, whatever, but the point is you can genuinely lose voluntary control of your limbs when you're hit in the liver. So then he wraps Andy's arm around his own neck, then grabs it with the other hand and spins about like this is salsa or something. Then Mad Dog blocks Rama's kick and immediately does a spinning back kick. Again, Mad Dog is insanely agile. Everyone in this movie moves like lightning bolts, but Mad Dog especially. Then the fight turns into the 2-on-1. Rama actually kicks at Mad Dog's leg, but he pulls his leg up, dodging him. Andy then dodges his kick after he just domed Rama in the face. Think about the flexibility he has to do something like this. Andy kicks him and Mad Dog immediately recovers by blocking Andy's kick and using that force to do a high kick on Rama. Literally checked a kick defensively so he could propel it into an offensive kick. Crazy. Then Mad Dog does a 3.360 move on him. He's spinning counterclockwise. He blocks his punch, elbows him, and spins kicking him in the face. Jeet Kune Do, be like water. Attacking the opponent as they are launching their own offense. Really, you can see this philosophy throughout this entire movie, but this combo right here stuck out to me. Then, same thing. Rama goes for a punch, and Mad Dog closes in, turns counterclockwise, trapping the arm and shoulder to continue the momentum into a throw onto the ground. Be like water. Attacking the opponent as they are launching their own offense. This is the same move that Jaka pulled earlier. This grip over an arm, you can tell, is very stable. That's why this throw is so easy, because once you have the arm pulled in this far, the opponent's already off balanced. Kazushi. So yeah, Rama gets tossed down, then Andy's coming back and oh my gosh! Whoa. Alright, back up. Mad Dog killed all momentum for Andy and held his leg up higher while sweeping the other leg. This is kind of like when Jaka went for a kick and Mad Dog passed it over his head. By this I mean Mad Dog clearly is the kicking aficionado, but also his defense against kicks is very class. Then he kicks the man, while he's down by the way, and Rama flies over Andy, kicking Mad Dog back. Then does 2 kicks, same leg, again, abductor strength. He's windmilling by the way, very subtly. Mad Dog kind of does too. Then Rama whoosh, and sweeps Mad Dog's leg. Smooth. Okay, this goes for spinning hook kicks as well, but notice how Rama does this leg sweep. He spins his head and upper torso as quick as possible to see where he's aiming. You can look at Uriah Hall. He has lethal kicking abilities. His shoulders and head spin first to see where he's aiming, but not only that, it creates like a spring in his body that his legs have to catch up to, creating insane momentum and force. Rama does the same thing. Mad Dog does the same thing. That's the technique, to make your upper body spin first so you can aim and create so much more power. If your leg is spinning before your upper body, you lose all the power.
If I go like this, then my leg goes first, and then that takes away all the power.
Then Rama kicks him in the side where Mad Dog just eats it. Not much he could have done though. Rama parries Mad Dog's front kick, tries to grab it, but Mad Dog wiggles out, so Rama kicks him. And from that kick, it automatically transitions Mad Dog into brawling with Andy again. Okay, I'm going to make a comparison. The fighting in this movie, especially this scene, is the same as the cinematography of the Extraction movies. Think about it. If you haven't seen Extraction 1 or 2, they're known for having a fight scene that has no visible cuts, called a oneer, and it just looks like one take. Meaning, in the camera work of those movies, everything flows from one thing to another. There's no cuts, no different angles of the same shot, it all flows continuously. Similarly, the fighting in this movie is the same. Everything flows from one thing to the other. They redirect energy and rarely take breaks mid-fight. Like here, he's spinning counterclockwise, hitting Andy, then keeps that spin to take down Rama. Then Andy comes back where he sweeps his leg, then right after Rama jumps at him on and on and on. The whole fight isn't exactly one thing after another, boom, boom, boom. It's just one continuous boom, if that made any sense. For sure. One long piece of action, no breaks, no sudden moments, just everything flows to the next thing, just like the Extraction one take scenes. This fight scene is genuinely a work of art. So Rama kicked him, he spun out and started on Andy. He dodges 2 punches before tripping Andy over his leg. Did you just see that? Exactly what I was just saying. Rama kicks him into the fight with Andy where he bobs and weaves 2 punches, knees him in the stomach, and flops him on his back. This move right here is very basic. Anyone can learn this. Off balance your opponent, kazushi, by pushing their upper body, simultaneously putting your leg behind theirs, then just take them down. You're essentially tripping them. But this one's insane. Check out that airtime, man. Also, here's a creepy freeze frame of Andy. Mad Dog blocks a kick, punches Rama, then spins down, elbowing his inner knee. LCL. Gone. Then he knees his face. Dang. It's so brutal, but Mad Dog loves kneeing the face. Like an elbow to the face. The bone is so hard right there. Your whole face goes numb and starts buzzing if something like this happens. Mad Dog spins back to kick Andy. A lot of spinning going on. Circular windmill, redirection of momentum. This fundamental movement in Silat is Galek. It's why these movements are so fluid. It's the camera work too. You can watch Lancelotti for understanding of that. It's also timing of the attacks coming in, but it's mainly Silat. It's why Silat demonstrations exist, because it's so fluid, it's like a dance. I said in my very first video, this Jason Bourne scene is like dancing. Almost everything in this scene flows perfectly. It's almost like dancing. But that is nothing compared to the movement in this movie. This circular movement makes things seamless, redirects energy, generates more power, etc. Anyway, Andy totally eats Mad Dog's kick so he can throw him down, but Mad Dog rolls up to block this kick, sees an opportunity of a lone leg, and spins around to take the leg out. Andy steps over it though, which Mad Dog did earlier. He blocks another kick and keeps spinning. That's 2 360s. He lands 2 kicks on Andy, and the scene takes a break for a second. That's how good this fight scene is. We don't even get to see the whole thing in one scene. So, the scene picks back up at Rama kicking Mad Dog. Mad Dog does a 270-degree dodge under Rama's arm to parry Rama's arm. Then Rama parries his. Then he parries Rama's elbow. Then Rama blocks a punch and elbows his ribs. Rama grabs behind his head, going for this move he did earlier in the movie. But Mad Dog stops himself from falling by pushing off of Rama's back. That's smart. And he's able to gain more strength to try to pull Rama off of his center of gravity, where he steps his leg over and throws Rama down. I'm gonna be honest though, in real life, Rama would have had that one. They're both similar size, and in this equation, physics is more at play than strength. And Mad Dog's foot is over, and he's leaned back, so he's definitely off of his center of gravity. Rama has the upper hand, and in this situation, he definitely should have taken Mad Dog down. Andy then gives Mad Dog the Rama staple, and Mad Dog comes back with a high kick and a flying knee to the face. I said the side of the knee is the Mad Dog staple, but really kneeing the face is Mad Dog's staple because he does it so dang much. Rama takes him down where he elbows and dodges Andy's kick. See, Rama's holding his face because elbows are insanely painful. Boom, that's a left elbow right there. Mad Dog blocks a kick and a knee and actually takes that knee's momentum to help him stand up. Mad Dog punches Andy in the solar plexus. This happens a lot in this movie. Blows to the solar plexus mainly takes the wind out of you, but it can also make you dizzy, nauseous, etc. Because it's a big cluster of nerves, it's super painful. A hit there can also overstimulate the vagus nerve, just like I said briefly earlier about liver shots. Mad Dog goes to kick Andy's knee. Andy actually bends his knee forward to save his MCL, and he recovers to kick Mad Dog's shin back even though he falls while he does it. Mad Dog's getting kicked over and over where he just blocks them with his forearms. He dodges under Rama's kick and doesn't go for a knee, he goes for this. Did you see it? Flicking his foot up and kicking Rama in the head. Insanely creative, though it doesn't seem as powerful. Here's the reason this movie's so good. Every single viewer that watched this happen has zero idea that that just happened.
Did you see what I just did? Yeah, I did. No.
Nice. Thanks, Will Smith. Things are moving so fast that this is only visible when you slow it down. This movie and these actors decided deep attention to detail wasn't just important, it was necessary. So Mad Dog has Andy and Rama on either side, and he has to take care of them both. So he spins to block Andy and kick at him, miss, but continues to kick at Rama, who halts his momentum with a toe kick to the torso. You'll notice in this movie, there's a million parts of your foot to use to kick with. The heel, the toe, the laces, bottom of the foot, it's all over. Then, Andy kicks with the bottom of his heel in Mad Dog's back. These two hits are momentum stoppers, but Mad Dog spins down as his recovery, blocks Andy's punch and elbows his ribs and spins the back of his fist into his face. This back fist he did earlier in the movie, and it's similar to what he just did with his foot. Rama high kicks, then kicks the back of his heel into Mad Dog's chest, which literally propels him into Andy. This fight is a game of Pong, where Mad Dog's literally the ball. He blocks Andy's punch and elbows him in the ribs again, a duplicate of what he just did. Doing the same move on the body twice, especially in the liver, can be like breaking their shield in a video game.
That's a good thing with a liver kick. Once you hit it, you can kick anywhere in the body and it will take the guy out.
If the first shot doesn't take them out, the second one for sure will.
For sure.
Mad Dog ping-pongs from shin to shin. Then look at this movement. All the spinning, the dodges, the blocks, to ultimately kick Rama in the face. Andy kicks Mad Dog, and Mad Dog's windmilling as he waits for Andy to keep going. Couple hits here and there, and Mad Dog knees Andy in the torso 1, 2, 3 times. Andy then blocks the knee with his hand, but really the brunt of the force for stopping it is his leg. Here's a perfect moment with Andy only having one leg on the ground and Mad Dog is over him. Mad Dog could drop his weight and throw Andy back, or at least perform some kind of takedown. But Andy actually runs Mad Dog back and knees him twice. Mad Dog elbows him back and throws him off. Then, Mad Dog mid-brawl with Rama kicks at his foot, which Rama steps over. Then Mad Dog keeps his foot in the air, creating a circular movement with his leg to then go up and crescent over Rama and subtly go shin to the back of the knee. First of all, Rama staple. Second of all, it still blows my mind the abilities that these guys have. Look at what his leg does here. It comes down, circles, up, crescents. Let me just draw it. He goes under Rama's leg, circles to go up and over Rama's head to then crash down on his tibial nerve. An 8. What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. What it means is that these actors have, like I've said a million times before, insane strength. He did all this without putting his foot on the ground, and it looks like he did it easily. They clearly have prioritized movement throughout their entire lives. I got a comment on the last video that Americans are stiff, and Indonesians are flexible anyway, so these moves are more realistic for those who are capable. To this I say, straight up, this strength and flexibility is amazing, and these guys are on another level. If it's cool to watch, imagine how cool it is to do. Mad Dog front kicks through Rama's face. Ouch. Mad Dog gets tibial nerved, and he grabs the sides of Mad Dog's face, and Mad Dog spins into him. Block, push to the side, and he does almost a mini Puder Kapala. At least he tries to turn his head. They continue brawling. Mad Dog blocks a knee with his hands, then checks a kick with his leg. Andy goes for a kick, and Mad Dog grabs the leg. Here's a classic. Andy clearly hasn't learned his lesson. Don't kick at Mad Dog higher than the waistline. Rama blocks Mad Dog at the forearm, where Mad Dog punches Rama's throat. At least that's what it looks like. Throat chops I've talked about before, they're effective. A punch to the throat is harder to do, but 100% causes way more damage. Regardless, throat chops stop people, and it's pretty clear that the hits in this movie aren't registered after 5 seconds, because for how long these fights go on, moves should cause more damage, people should be dead quicker, and those who don't die should be leaving with every inch of skin being black and purple and a diagnosis of CTE. Mad Dog knees into Rama, which Rama stops with his forearms and his palms facing him. He's done this before, and he does it when the hits are too close to his body and he can't do a proper block. Mad Dog creatively kicks at the side of Rama's knee to knock him down. Then, Mad Dog goes to kick downward with his heel when, oh my gosh. Remember when I was talking about CTE? Mad Dog should be concussed and have a broken nose after that. Then, Mad Dog gets dragged back in this very vulnerable position and is able to swing his leg around at an attempted kick. He's still able to attack even though this position is very compromising. Then, Mad Dog goes for another kick, but at the same time, Andy's pulling his leg up. All that momentum to swing him up in the air and bang, hit the ground. He's able to get up and block a few elbows before grabbing the arm and twisting it over himself while he spins. What an opportunity. I love joint locks. In this fast moving action, getting a good grip on a limb to twist it the wrong way is hard, but what Mad Dog could have done there is twist the arm around and then hyperextend land his elbow on his own shoulder. Or he could have twisted the other way and locked his arm up. There's a million things he could have done. Getting a solid grip on the arm for a joint lock is like Tony Stark in a cave with a box of straps. He can do anything. You just have to take their joints and bend them the wrong way. Next, check out the spinning again in this scene. He spins through his arm to kick him, then spins down to sweep his leg. It's literally dancing, I've been saying this. Mad Dog goes to kick down at Andy, but Rama just tanks it instead and picks him up. Then, Andy kicks him to make this power of friendship ultimate hit on Mad Dog. Okay, now watch this. Rama kicks at Mad Dog, which he catches, spinning counterclockwise to grab behind Rama. Rama is totally compromised in this position with one leg on the ground and Mad Dog holding him like this. Mad Dog spins him down onto the ground where Rama grabs his leg and keeps rolling. He tries to put Mad Dog in a more vulnerable position by twisting him on his stomach, but Mad Dog continues to spin to kick Rama. It's literally a feint in a feint in a feint. In this sequence, the upper hand transfers back and forth from Rama to Mad Dog continuously. Then, Andy comes up behind to choke Mad Dog out. If you've seen the first 2 raid videos, you may know what I'm about to say. I'll let Boss Rootin' take it from here.
When I do this, see? Whoa.
Boss flings his legs down so he can step to the side, pick up his attacker, and drop him on the concrete. Now let's check out what Mad Dog does. Well, that's an option as well. If you time it right and have the strength of, well, Mad Dog, maybe you can do something as cool as that. But the theory is still there. In a rear naked choke, you can use momentum to buy yourself time to inflict damage or get out of it. Then it turns into all-out exchanging blows. Rama kicks Mad Dog's face and stomach. Mad Dog gets 3 punches off, and he catches Rama's leg and punches the leg. Very effective. Going for the limbs is underrated in action movies, but in real life, a good strike to a good spot on the limbs can make them go numb or temporarily paralyzed. Then Rama catches Mad Dog's leg and kicks him down, where Andy kicks Mad Dog. See the contact Andy gets on Mad Dog's torso? Here's something I haven't mentioned in this entire 3-part series of the first Raid movie. Almost every hit in this movie actually makes contact, because the entire cast is trained in martial arts. They all have confidence in each other to land a bunch of hits on each other without causing serious injuries. That's also why these scenes look so real, because to an extent, they're literally just throwing hands with the camera rolling. But Mad Dog catches Andy's kick and kicks up at Rama, holding his foot at his neck to take him down. Mad Dog hits the back of Andy's knee to spin him down on his stomach, then roll over his body and elbow the back of his head. Insane creativity for Mad Dog to be on the ground, getting attacked, and turning it into him taking both of them down like this. And again, the abductor strength to take Rama's entire body down. Unreal. Also an elbow to the back of Andy's head, which he then bonks his head on the ground. At the very least, Andy's gotta be concussed and seeing stars. Rama kicks Mad Dog, chirping him over Andy, who then starts choking him out while Rama grabs his legs. He's compromised now, surely. Mad Dog brings his arm up to elbow Andy. This does 2 things. 1, he makes space under his arm to relieve his throat from being choked. And 2, it delivers a blow to Andy. Mad Dog uses his other arm to keep Andy's head down while he wraps his arm around his head. This traps his head so it moves rigidly with his body when Mad Dog pulls him over his body. Another elbow and he gets up to go in on Rama. Mad Dog rolls over, and something about this roll stands out to me. It's fluid, but at the same time it's rigid. Mad Dog just looks like he can take 0 damage. Mad Dog knees Rama in the torso 3 times. He loves to do that. You know, in real life, 1 knee to the torso to the average person is good enough to end it. Like I said in the last video, it's literally a knee. Leg strength combined with that hard bone, that's hard to handle. Rama grabs his leg, swings him, and literally throws him down on the ground. Do you see what I mean about him being fluid but at the same time rigid? Like he fell from a tall height, but it doesn't look like he took any damage. Probably because Mad Dog, or really his actor, knows how to fall correctly and how to spread out the impact of stunts like these. Rama tries to pick Mad Dog up, and Mad Dog's acting tired or in pain for just a second before whipping around his elbow into Rama's knee, then more punching before putting Rama's face into the concrete wall. Not half a second later, Andy slams into Mad Dog. This fight just keeps going. I'm getting gassed watching it. Mad Dog's essentially cornered, Andy throwing down on top of him and Rama behind him. Andy gets elbowed and Rama immediately comes in with a torrential kick. He slams Mad Dog's head into the wall, valid payback. Mad Dog gets rolled over Andy and they start trading blows until Rama takes 3 to the face and falls back. Andy grabs Mad Dog's arm and twists it over. Joint lock attempt maybe? Mad Dog opens up Andy's right arm for a direct, clear vision for another knuckle sandwich double time. But Andy actually uses that punch momentum to spin into a high kick, but Mad Dog goes down, picking Andy up under his legs and throwing him on this box thing. Andy never learns not to high kick Mad Dog. So many sequences in this fight scene is not only a feint and a feint and a feint, but also it's, oh, Andy's got him. Oh, wait, no. Mad Dog's got him now. Wait, no. Wait, okay. Mad Dog won that one. Rama kicks laces to Mad Dog's sniffer. Like, this movie has realistic fighting, but the injury stamina is off the charts. Rama winds up a huge kick at Mad Dog's leg, which he steps over, just like earlier. Then Rama takes a solar plexus strike, and Mad Dog grabs his arm and tosses him over his shoulder, hitting the light above. Holy man from nowhere. In this grip around the arm, it's the same one they're all using. Every time it's over the shoulder. Mad Dog breathes for a second, looks at Rama, parallels. Clearly, Mad Dog soaks in the moment before he kills someone. Then, Mad Dog starts choking Rama. Andy grabs a piece of the light and stabs Mad Dog in the neck, where Mad Dog elbows Andy and he yanks him forward while kicking his leg out from under him. First off, cool move. Second off, this is where I genuinely throw the word realistic out the window. But this is the best part, because now it's not just throwing hands, it's literal animal brutality. Mad Dog slamming Andy's face on the concrete over and over. Mad Dog wraps his arm around Rama's kick, punches the leg, then goes ham on him. Rama kicks him to trip over Andy and takes Andy's head, bashing it on the ground again. Mad Dog dodges Rama's punch and Rama spins into a back fist. Mad Dog elbows him and wraps his arm over his face. Leverage point. Rama's subdued and he has no strength in this position. Andy stops this elbow where Mad Dog turns to knee him and he's actually now held between the two of them. Mad Dog shakes off Andy and knees Rama, where Rama blocks like this again, so he's essentially curling his torso to make it as small as possible so he can cover it with his forearms, and then he covers his face with his hands. It's a good way to stop something as big and powerful as a knee. Mad Dog's punch gets blocked and Rama hyperextends his elbow, seemingly. Same thing on the next arm. 6 hyper fast punches. I mean, look at that. Then he grabs his neck, fingers gripping the trachea. This is very painful, and it also compresses the carotid arteries, stopping oxygen from flowing to the brain, essentially giving the same effect as choking someone out. Then, a Puder Kapala and a knee to the back. Andy spin sweeps his legs out and kicks into his stomach. Then Rama takes the light that's been in his neck this whole time and drags it across his throat, killing Mad Dog. Good flippin' scene. Rama and Andy mosey on out of there, and Rama pats Andy on the back like, "We done good, pal." Yeah, so this is just an amazing scene. There's so many things that amaze me with it, but the best part specifically is just the creativity in certain moves or sequences. Man, it's just really cool to watch. But that concludes the 3-part series I have for the first Raid movie. Now for the second Raid movie, take a guess how many parts that will be. I'm gonna work on the Raid too, but it'll take me a minute. So in the meantime, I'll also make videos on other movies or on fight scenes from TV shows. Anyway, let me know what you want to see next in the meantime. I love reading everyone's comments. So yeah, amazing movie. Absolutely terrific fight scene. New video soon. Peace.